Welcome to the Lead Pedal Podcast with your host, Bruce Outridge, where he talks all things trucking. Now let's get rolling.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How are we doing today? We got some great trucks to show you today. Oh my gosh, this is ever going to be a big deal. But hey, we got to tell you about, first before we do, let me tell you about who's bringing us these cool special trucks, our friends over at Chrome Supply Warehouse. That's right, not only are they a sponsor of today's show, but they are also our partner in the Featured Truck of the Year contest, and that is what we are talking today, my friends. Featured Truck of the Year. So if you want to make your truck look the best it can and get in the competition for next year, ChromeSupplyWarehouse.com is where you need to start. And I got to tell you that they are just an amazing group to work with. They're in Belleville, Ontario, on the north side of the 401 and exit 538. Big blue glass building there, 8,000 square feet of the best parts you can get. They've got interior parts, exterior, and they can actually do custom parts for you as well. So if you can't get to Belleville, because that's in between Toronto and Montreal, then Chrome Supply Warehouse is online at ChromeSupplyWarehouse.com. All right, let's get into our featured trucks for today.
Be sure to share the podcast on your favorite social media channels.
All right, so we are doing our Featured Truck of the Year contest. We've done two already. We did our classic trucks, which were the old B model Max and stuff like that. And then we did the cab overs, which came out last week. And this was a great group of trucks here. We had, for the classics, we had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We had about 8 trucks there. And then in the cab over category, we had about 8 trucks. This one here, we're going to have about 10 trucks here in this conventional classic. I call them classic conventionals because they're the old conventionals, and then the next one is going to be the newer conventionals because we got some new Pete's in, and it's not fair with the new Pete's and the old Pete's and all that kind of stuff. So today we're doing the old conventionals. So we have some great stuff. We have an 81 Freightliner here, which we saw up at the big rig at the Woodstock Truck Show. There's a 78 Kenworth in here, which was very cool. A Max Superliner Blue Genie. That's from our friend over Chuck Snow. He's got that one. My old truck is in there. It's not going to win. It's just one of the featured trucks from last year. My Pete that I had over at Severett. We've got a white Western Star that we saw up at the Woodstock Truck Show as well as New Testament. This one was a cool Freightliner. This one had suicide doors on it. This was very cool. We had a 1970 Peterbilt conventional that we saw up at the Clifford Truck Show, and the Teeswater Mac, which is a cool Mac Superliner day cab that we saw. So those are our trucks for this contest, and I got to tell you that there's some big stuff going on. So you have to be in the fan club in order to vote on these trucks. We'll be announcing the winners as we go through for each one, but we've got lots of stuff coming up. So right now they're voting on a couple different ones. I'm not going to announce because the voting hasn't done on all of them yet, but we're going to. So we'll be bringing you up to that. So now we are doing the conventional trucks. If you want to see these, the 81 Freightliner was episode 413. The 78 Kenworth was episode 1401. The Superliner Mac was episode 1461. The Severett Pete was 1374. The White Western Star was episode 1443, and New Testament Freightliner was episode 1425. The 70 Peterbilt was episode 1383, and the Teeswater Mac was episode 1380. So what I'll do is I'll put in the show notes the links right to these, so you can go and check out the trucks. You can also see them on our YouTube channel, so that's a great way to find them there, and you can do the vote on that. So there's our next lots that are coming out. There's some really great trucks in there. Some are award winners, some are just cool classics, but we know you're going to love it for sure. So that's what we've got for you there. We've got some changes coming up to our show, so we're just letting you know. We have a new signature show that's coming out on Lead Pedal Radio called Chrome and Chords and Chrome, and that's coming out. That's going to be starting in January. We are just starting to get everything together for that, so that's going to be our signature show, and then you're going to see all kinds of new stuff coming out for the podcast and stuff. So we're excited about what's going on for 2026. So you want to make sure you subscribe to us on whatever platform you're listening to us on, and if you haven't been to our websites for a while, check out leadpedalmedia.com. You can also check out our radio side at the at Lead Pedal Radio Radio on Mixcloud, and also our podcast platform, which is leadpedalpodcast.com, the leadpedalpodcast.com. So, all right, so they each got their own site, so you can go check them out and find out what's going on. Hey, let me tell you about another place that's really into owner-operators, and that's our friends over at RS2000 Tax Services. If you're an owner-operator in trucking, then you better be already having them on your radar here in Ontario, Canada. You can find them by going to rs2000tax.com. They come to you, so don't you worry about going to them. And they're a great team to work with. We use them ourselves, so I know that you're going to be happy with what they do. All right, so check out rs2000tax.com. Chrome Supply Warehouse, chromsupplywarehouse.com. And big thank you to Chrome Supply for being our partner in today's contest this year. In the past, so the winner gets a custom illustration of their truck and a $50 gift certificate, and we'll see what other goodies we can throw in there for them as well. All right, so the gift certificates from Chrome Supply Warehouse as well. All right, so we'll talk to you guys later. Be good out there, and thanks for listening to the show.
This has been another episode of the Lead Pedal Podcast. For more information or to subscribe to the podcast, visit theleadpedalpodcast.com, and be sure to follow the podcast on Facebook and Twitter.